Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in the Montana, but this one's not about me. Now, every once in a while, I like to showcase videos where I'm not necessarily the star of the video. Sure, you guys get to see the video from my perspective, but sometimes my teammates step up and do the right things, and it is glorious when it happens. So, with that being said, I hope you guys are ready. This one's going to be a juicy one. Don't get me wrong, we're going to have a decent game as well. I wouldn't showcase a game where I do absolutely nothing. That's just not fun to watch. But I think that it's important to showcase teamwork, especially with all the potatoes out there that like to just play for themselves at all times. Y'all know me. I like to play for the team. I like to play for the win. Damage is nice, especially when you try to make videos, but sometimes it's nice to get some teamwork. And that's what this video is all about. Teamwork, baby. Teamwork makes the dream work. I know it's a catchy phrase, but it actually means something also. And we're going to showcase that in this video. So first things first, we spawned mid. There's 2 destroyers. There's no carrier, thank goodness. There are 3 cruisers and 4 battleships. This is about as balanced a game as you're gonna get in terms of just overall firepower on both sides of the coin here. You've got cruisers, you got destroyers, you got battleships. You got me in the Montana, so you know I'm gonna be working for them crossfires. And we got a special guest in this one. We just happened to run into my dude Ender. Ender is a guy who's been watching the channel for a very long time, and we run into each other occasionally in the matches. And this is one of those times where he just happened to be on my team. We is not in a division or anything like that. I don't play in a division most of the time. I tend to be solo. But yeah, just happened to run into each other. Now you can see we get a Fletcher spotted somehow early, who's behind an island. Can't really do anything about that. We're getting shot by the Alaska. We got an Iowa out here shooting at us. There's a lot of things that are trying to shoot us already, as is customary when you spawn in the middle of the map and you're a broadside battleship. Okay? That's just the way it is. You're gonna get shot. Whether you're Spartan or whether you're somebody that nobody knows. It doesn't matter. Now, when you're Spartan, it tends to be a little bit more aggressive, but in this case, we get away with it with taking 0 damage. And you can see I am looking at the Fletcher, but he's turning away, and at 12 kilometers, trying to hit a destroyer that's actively dodging is very difficult. Not impossible, we've done it before, but it is difficult. So here we're going to try to line up a shot on the freaking Alaska, which is a sneaky little shot, and we managed to get it over the top of the island, and pow! 25,000 damage. That man just got smacked. He had no idea it was coming either. That man had no clue. He's like, what the heck just hit me? Yeah, you take a shot at me, I can take a shot back. That's how it generally works. But we've got a Fletcher over here. Fletcher is Doc Holliday, which sounds familiar. I think I recognize that name. But it could just be because it's a famous name historically. But we turned away from that Fletcher and we saw the torpedoes coming, so we knew that we weren't going to take any torpedoes from him. He was so far away, there's no chance that those reach us. If he was gearing, it'd be a whole other ball game. Now we take a shot at the Iowa here, and we get a single overpin. Not a whole lot of damage there. But now we know the Fletcher lived. We know we have a Cleveland off to my right. This Cleveland is going to be an absolute legend as well. You got Ender in the back in the Yami, you got me coming over to the right side, and you know I'm aggressive. Everybody knows I'm probably the most aggressive battleship captain in the world. It's just the way it is. Now this Amagi is begging for it. He's over-angled. He's not angled very well, actually, at all. And so we're looking to punch him, and we do punch him for over 23,000 damage right there. And we're going to turn in and bow tank him. There's no reason to sit here broadside and take unnecessary damage. Now you can see, I see the Fletcher. Fletcher is spotted right in front of my Cleveland. I'm really hoping that the Cleveland's able to shoot him. And I see the shells coming in, and down he goes, and I don't even have to shoot him. And you can see, I immediately give him the thanks. This is the things that I try to point out, because everybody always likes to say, oh, Spartan's so toxic, man. Spartan doesn't ever do anything. He never compliments teammates. Bullcrap. I do all of the things. I compliment everybody. I talk about everybody's mistakes, including my own. Like, it's just the way I am. I point out things that I think are teaching moments for everybody. Now, this Amagi is in the cap. So we're going to have to deal with him next. Now, this Amagi is kind of stuck in between a rock and a hard place, and he is going to make the worst possible move that he could make, which is to go broadside to a battleship in order to bow tank a Cleveland. I don't understand it either, but that's what he's about to do. Now, you can see I've been rotating my guns to the right side of the ship because I'm anticipating him doing exactly that. The only thing I can figure he's doing here is rushing our Cleveland, and he's going to go broadside to me and Ender behind me. Remember, Ender's right behind me in the Yamato. And so we got a Cleveland smacking him. We've got a Yamato smacking him, who just landed a nice little hit. And then our front guns hit him, and he stays alive. And then we fire the other guns, and we manage to kill him. So down goes a very aggressive Amagi, who made possibly the worst play he could have made in that situation. Sometimes you got to recognize when you overextend, and you got to slow down and try to reverse and keep your bow towards the bad guys, because it will not end well for you. Now, you can see Ender is clicking on some of his destroyers. He would like a little bit of support, possibly spotting on this side. And now that we've cleared this side, we push. That's what we do. You don't sit around and wait for somebody else to do things, guys. You've got to take the initiative. Once you clear your side, especially in a domination, you got to capture that base and you got to move forward. You can't just sit in the back and wait. So that's what we're going to do. And because we do this, we are going to create the nastiest little crossfire, and you can see that's frustrating. I thought I could shoot through the island, and just happened to shoot the pillar instead. But rear guns are going to make it through. That should be able to finish off the Alaska. We know we don't need much to finish him off. And sure enough, we leave him alive, because that's what I do best. Everybody knows it. In true Spartan fashion, we got to leave everybody with just enough to get away. But he then decides he needs to turn back out again, and God help him. I don't know why he did this. He's a naked Alaska, and he turns full broadside at 9 kilometers. You're not surviving that. You don't have any health. And now I know why you don't have any health. But this Iowa is going to make the right play. He's actually, oh my God. That Yami just got all the torpedoes. But this Iowa's going to make the right play. He's going to bow tank. He's going to survive for quite a while. And the main reason he survives for as long as he does is because I just flat out don't shoot him. Now, Ender has turned back around. He's going to try to engage those Yamis across the map. I think he might be able to shoot the Iowa as well. And you can see we're taking shots into the superstructure of the Iowa. Because he bow tanks us, we can't go through his bow. We only have 16-inch guns. So we shoot for the superstructure, which on American and German battleships is very, very healthy. So we're capturing the base. We've got the base cap. There you go. Nice little assisted cap. We're very cognizant of where the Yamis are. The Yamis are in a crossfire on us. So we have to bow tank those guys. Yes, they're not likely to shoot at us. But if they do, we can't be caught broadside, man. Especially with 2 Yamis in a division. Like, that is just asking to die. Okay? You've got... And there it is. See? That's why we pay attention, guys. Pay attention to the little mini-map. Pay attention to who's got your side as much as you've got their side. And we do take a nasty little hit there from the Yamis, but it could have been much worse. And we respond with a citadel of our own. So, a little bit of a, hey, you see me, I see you, we got it. Alright? We understand. You can't be doing those sorts of things. And you can see, I'm just bow tanking this Iowa. He's not really a threat to me. Yeah, he can shoot my superstructure. He's going to do some damage, but honestly, I'm just here to take the hits for the Cleveland that's behind me. And this Cleveland is a legend. How this man doesn't just get absolutely annihilated by this Iowa is beyond me. But we're going to continue shooting at the Yamis across the map. We're not even worried about the Iowa. Iowa goes down. Ender manages to smack him. And now Ender and I are going to do what we should be doing as battleships, and that's creating crossfires. This is something that a lot of battleship captains don't do. Now you can see our other battleship is all the way in the top corner of the map, and he's in a lot of trouble. He's got 2 Yamatos coming towards him. He's got a potential destroyer, even though destroyer's last spotted closer to us. And he's also got some cruisers over there. So that guy's in a world of hurt. And so me and Ender are going to try to get into a position to do something about it. Now, I want to push forward, but I also know that this is a very close match, could go either way, and the decider of this match could come down to points. So what am I going to do next? I'm going to tell my team, and I am going to make an effort to try to get into the center cap. Now, obviously, Cleveland is already heading in that direction, and I just want to reiterate this to my teammates, that this is what I need them to do, is to capture the base. So any moment, you'll see me ping the base. Maybe this is one of the times that I don't, but I'm fairly confident I pinged the B cap. Or maybe I already did it and didn't realize it. But either way, we're pushing in towards the 2 Yamatos. We've got Ender pushing on my left side, and this creates a crossfire. Now, the destroyer is obviously over there on Ender. You can see the torpedoes in the water. So this allows me to do a little bit more easily moving. And you can see I'm trying to help that battleship. I'm looking for the lower health targets. I'm trying to get shots. I got a shot at the Azuma. And the Alaska's starting to poke at my right side, but we're trying to help the teammate out. We don't want to leave him there. He's doing a decent job of backing around the corner, keeping himself away from the worst of the potential damage. And Ender is in a great position to take advantage of these guys, especially as I continue to push them. Because as I get closer, you can see these guys are firing at Ender as well. For obvious reasons. But as we continue to push up on these guys, they're going to start making moves because they can't just sit broadside to me. The closer I get, the more likely I am to smash you. And we get 4 overpins and a full pin on this Alaska as we're pushing the Alaska and he's going behind the island. The Alaska is also pushing up, unbeknownst to him, right into our destroyer and our Cleveland, who managed to flip the B-cap. And now we're going to push over to the right side of this island and again create that crossfire. If I push back towards Ender or I push to that middle gap, I leave myself open, A, to the destroyer, because we know he's over there by Ender somewhere, but we don't know exactly where he's at. And B, we know that the enemy can bow tank both of us. But if we split up and we make ourselves further away from one another, they can't bow tank both of us. They have to take and make a choice. And no matter who that they make the choice to bow tank, the other guy's going to be able to have a juicy crossfire. Now, this Alaska has pushed into the corner. He's managed to take a couple of torpedoes on his way, and he is now down due to Ender manages to take him out. And again, Ender played this about as good as he could possibly play it in the Yami. He got to stay back. He got to do what Yami, oh my god. Don't fail me now, armor. Wait for it. Yeah, you guys all say that, oh, Montana can't take hits. Bullcrap. We just showcased 2 Yamis waiting for me. And if you angle this thing properly, I know a lot of their shells missed, but if you angle this thing properly, you can actually tank against Yamis. You just need them to shoot the belt. Now, obviously, Ender manages to take out the first Yamato. And again, this is all due to me pushing up on these guys. They're focusing me. Well, now they're shooting at the Cleveland too. But they're focusing us on this right side, and that leaves them open for Ender. Now, watch what this guy does next. This Bismarck guy, he's literally going to turn into bow tank me. So his thought process here is, okay, I've got to turn in towards this Montana because if I go broadside, he's going to delete me, and he's right. But the problem is, I also have a Yami on the other side of this island who says if he goes broadside to him, he's going to get deleted too. So he's in a catch-22. And this is the whole point of crossfires. This is why we work for crossfires. Ender is still being attacked by the destroyer. This Yami has decided to bow tank me. Here's what I'm talking about. And you can see, as soon as he starts making this turn, I'm like, dude, he's screwed. There's nothing. He can bow tank me all he wants. I'm going to shoot up into the superstructure. I was hoping that he was going to go behind the island or try to turn to get behind the island. But as soon as he makes this turn to stay bow in, we're going to take a shot at his superstructure and try to finish him off here. And unfortunately, we just don't actually finish him off. But Ender punched him right in the mouth with that turn as well. So Ender ends up, I would love to know how much damage Ender had. Ender, if you're watching, please let me know how much damage you had in this one. I guarantee he's over 200k. Because he got a lot of damage. Both those Yamis, plus the Iowa, the Amagi, he got a nice hit on. Like, all those guys. And, yeah. The Azuma, unfortunately, is going to chill out at the back corner of the map. I was hoping that he was going to reverse, because I was trying to get my guns on target in case he comes into this little gap ahead of us. And you can see I'm slowing down. I'm in full reverse trying. I'm also capturing another base to try to give us that as well. Our destroyer's going wide to potentially spot him. And you can see with me being detected, we've got the Fletcher out there. And, you know, his name says it all, is all I'm saying. But he gets punched again by Ender, once again showcasing that he can actually do what he needs to do. Cleveland's got shots on him. The destroyer's got shots on him. I'm waiting for a potential opportunity to take the shot, and then, of course, I didn't actually have a shot on him, so we just let the teammates finish him off. There's no reason to rush that shot. But Azuma's not going to give himself up to be spotted by me or shot at by me. So then I'm like, okay, well, let's try to flank him then. We're about to have the base capped, and we'll go on the backside of the island. Now, I believe this is a solo cap, which it is, so we love to see that. You can see his plane in the distance. He's behind the island. There's less than a minute to go. Our destroyer's about to get around the corner, potentially spot him. I know Ender is salivating right now. He's looking for a potential chance to shoot this guy. There's not much time left. Is he going to be able to finish off the Azuma? Well, our guy gets him detected. And come on. Oh, he disappears again immediately. And I'm in a terrible position to take a shot at him because he decided to stay behind that island, and I've just kind of coasted forward into this one. So I'm not going to get a chance to shoot at him. Azuma manages to dev strike the black, which is kind of funny, not going to lie. That guy did a decent job, but, you know, when you go around the corner to spot a cruiser that's known for HE, you're going to get flapped. It's just the way it goes, unfortunately. But, Ender, gotta say, dude, great job. Great job to the Cleveland as well. I'll see his name here in a second, but we only do 126,000 damage, but we get second on the team with 2,800 base. Cleveland, Jesper coming in top of the leaderboard with 3,100 base, and Ender coming in with 2,680 base. So he got the damage and the Confederate. He got high cal Confederate. Cleveland got a Confederate as well. It was just a great team game all the way around. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this as much as I did, and if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.